shit.
That was The Clash, and you are listening to Deep Wax on Dad Block Radio.
The Clash. That's
Yeah.
right. We'll play anything as long as it's good.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like Jack FM, but
better.
Yeah,
because we have dabs.
Yeah, we do have dabs. And like Jack FM, they say, "Oh, we play what we want," but they don't like play everything that everyone wants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see, like you won't hear Weird Al on Jack FM. You won't hear any rap on Jack FM.
You won't hear. Well, you might hear Gnarls Barkley, but it won't be the songs we play. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're uncut and uncensored.
Yeah, we can play where the fuck we want.
The voice of the people.
The voice of you guys.
We can say fuck, shit,
piss,
cock, anything. It's pretty awesome.
Dick.
Yeah. So, we got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, we do.
Friend of the show coming by soon. Hopefully he'll be here before we go off the air.
Probably not, though.
Probably not, but
unless it's traffic. He's probably going to be going to, everyone's favorite interstate, so.
6:35. You gotta fucking love it. 6:35 and then to 35, he's going to be hating life right now.
Yeah. I would not be him. I would not want to be him right now.
Season premiere of Walking Dead last night.
All right.
We're going to talk about, but we got to tell your listeners there will be spoilers on this show.
Spoiler alert. like a motherfucker.
We're going to talk about the whole thing, and so if you haven't watched it yet, then listen to this show after you watch the episode. Because we don't want to be a snitch and just spoil shit without telling you, you know what I mean?
Right? Like, I hate that's... I've made it... I've said it before many times. Like, if you cannot keep a spoiler to yourself, if you can't keep the end of a movie or a TV show to yourself, what other information can you keep to yourself?
I know, right? Oh, I just gotta tell you. Well, okay.
I mean, what? You just gotta... Nah. Like, some of them, they'll do it and just be dicks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, they'll think it's funny. Like, okay, that's great. You think it's funny. That's something you want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean... I don't know. People,
like, I didn't watch it live. I didn't watch it live. I watched it later than that because I fell asleep early. I was up working, and I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I'm like, crap, what happened? And one of my buddies hit me up, and he was like, bro, did you see that? I'm like, don't say anything. I want to watch it myself.
And he respected that,
and he
right?
respected that. Yeah.
But there's always these dicks like, oh, like you
I didn't look at Facebook. I didn't look at anything.
And it sucks that that's going to happen. And if you do see a spoiler on Facebook, they say, oh, well, you shouldn't have been on Facebook. Oh, well, you shouldn't have been walking around late at night. Oh, you shouldn't have been doing this. Oh, you shouldn't fucking post spoilers.
Exactly.
Because you know it ruins shit for people.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, no, you want to be a fucking troll, and that's what you want to do. Well,
it's like what's the kid's name in The Simpsons? The one that's always like, ha.
Yeah.
It's like
it's Nelson Muntz, but even Nelson has morals and ethics.
Even Nelson has ethics, right?
Yeah.
Some of y'all motherfuckers ain't got no ethics or nothing.
For real.
People been waiting how long since the last season finished?
A long time.
Because it's like 9 months in between, right?
Yeah, and not everyone can watch it when it comes on.
Because I usually watch them on Netflix. I wait until a whole season, like the way I watched the first season of Walking Dead live. And then seasons 2 through 6, I would wait until Netflix and I would binge watch them over a week. Because I hate having to wait. You know what I'm saying?
It sucks having to wait. Like, especially when a season ends and you got to wait for the next season.
Oh, yeah. And then the loyal Walking Dead followers were watching the cliffhanger from last season. And they know who gets killed in the book. So they're thinking, oh my gosh, is it going to be him? So then they got to wait 8 months for it. And then you have asshats that are going on Facebook saying who it is and shit.
All right. So right now, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. It's alright. I'm going to give you guys enough time. Like, spoiler.
We're going to play a song in between, probably, huh?
No, I'm going to say it right now. We're going to talk about it right now. Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. Alright, so, in the books, it's Glenn that dies. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, this is what everyone knows. It's common knowledge. It's happened a while back. But the show rarely goes by the book. Mm-hmm. Like, it'll kind of... It kind of will, but, you know, like, they'll change the characters that die, and the ones that survive, and ones that'll be on there, and there's some characters that aren't even in the books that are on the show.
And Walking Dead 100 came out like 3 years ago. You need to just say that. It's been out a while.
What they did, they really threw us for a loop. That's what they did. That's what's great TV show. Like, we're expecting someone to die. And what did I say? Who did I say it was going to be?
You brought up Abraham.
I said it was going to be Abraham, and that's who it was.
And a lot of people tried to debunk that because there was a trailer for season 7 on the internet, and there was footage of Abraham fighting a zombie in there. So they're like, no way they'd show that. I'm like, it's just, why wouldn't they?
They're throwing you off.
They got to throw you off, yeah. And so, you know, Abraham gets killed.
Yeah, he gets killed. He takes it like a champ.
Mm-hmm.
Tells him to suck my nuts. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's Abraham. But then, like, Daryl, he goes off the fucking, he gets pissed off, lunges at Negan. Mm-hmm. And of course he stopped, but you think, okay, they're going to kill Daryl. Mm-hmm. That's what they're going to do. And I'm like, shit, that's...
And a
lot of people are going to be pissed.
I actually said Abraham and Daryl is what I said at first.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to do both of them.
Then what they did was, they're like, no. He's a badass. We still have use for him. Mm-hmm. So we're going to teach you a lesson for trying to, go at me, trying to kill me. Mm-hmm. And they kill Glenn.
For going after, because Daryl went after. Yeah.
Now in the comics, it was Glenn.
It was just straight up Glenn.
Just Glenn.
He walked up to Glenn and just started dunking him in the head. And even that line that Negan says, man, took it like a champ. Like, he said that to Glenn. Like, all the stuff was to where you would expect it to be Glenn. And then Abraham dies, and when Abraham gets killed, I think everyone breathed a collective sigh of relief. They're like, oh, sweet, it's Abraham. Because honestly,
We're
Abraham
not
came
attached
on
to
late.
Abraham.
Yeah, he came on late.
Yeah.
Abraham's been around for what, 2 seasons, maybe 3.
3, if
and
that. They were still at the prison.
And he's
Abraham.
a badass, but still, it's like he hasn't been around for 7 years of your life.
Yeah, like
Glenn
7 was there, second episode.
Yeah,
like that's the only other person's voice you hear in the first episode is Glenn's.
Mm-hmm. And so,
like he was there, he saved Rick's ass. Like there wouldn't be a show if it wasn't for Glenn.
And like when they teased that he was getting killed when he fell off the dumpster and was getting eaten, I'm like, part of me was like, man, they can't do it like this, because part of me was like, that's not how he really died in the book. But then, man, you just can't have Glenn go out by just like this. It's got to be something dramatic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. So yeah, I actually didn't think it would be Glenn because they already made us think he died at first. So I was like, okay, he should be good for a couple seasons. But no, they go ahead and take him out anyways, and it was fucking brutal.
It was brutal. It was one of the goriest scenes ever on television.
Yeah, like a lot of people are saying that episode was too violent. Like
I've gotten mixed reviews from a lot of people.
He got the dude. He like smashed him right on his head, and his eyeball pops out,
and he's wiggling in the eyeball.
Yeah, and he's trying to talk, but he has so much fucking brain damage,
bro,
that he can't say shit.
I got beat up by a 300-pound dude, and it was hard for me to talk right afterwards because your head gets scrambled, much less getting a baseball bat bashed in your face.
But Glenn, he pretty much you're retarded after that one.
Yeah.
Like, even if he did make it, he'd be
done.
Yeah, he'd be retarded the rest of the season, like mentally retarded. I'm not trying to be funny or insulting, but that's what would happen. That much extensive brain damage.
Done.
Yeah. You're a fucking Adrian Brody in The Village.
If that, I mean, you're walking around drooling if you're even surviving and getting
and if you can get your eye back in.
So now,
but then, so they took him out. Like, I feel really bad for Maggie. Like, everyone that she loves has died.
Everyone she loves has died. Now she's got a kid on the way.
Yeah.
Her husband, father of her baby, just died.
Yeah.
She's sick, trying to get to the help. You know what I mean?
Like, her father died, her sisters died, her brothers, her
all
of them
right in front of her. All of them in front of her. Her dad, remember, the governor slashed her dad's neck right there. And,
right, turn him into a Pez dispenser.
Yeah. So, man, it's just like...
And is her sister, Beth?
Oh, yeah.
Like, when she died, like, that ripped a hole in a lot of us.
Yeah, and
especially when you see Maggie's reaction.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people right now, I saw online last night, a lot of people were like, man, screw this. Some people were like, one guy was like, man, my life is messed up enough as it is without having to stress out and get upset over a TV show. Like, some people are swearing off of the show forever because of the episode last night. Some of them were like, this is just too, like, this is messing with me. Like,
I was on the edge of my seat the entire episode.
Yeah. And so, because then you wonder what's going on when Negan grabs Rick, and like what's going to happen with him, and because in the comics Rick got his hand cut off by the governor a long time ago. And
so you think he kept slamming the fucking hatchet down on the table? And I was like, he's going to chop Rick's hand off.
Yep, that's what I was
saying the whole time. But then he goes after Carl, Rick's son, and makes him think. Then we think, holy shit, Carl's going to lose his arm. Like, we really, really believe
and you
like
wouldn't put it past the guy, because last episode he said if anyone moves, cut the boy's other eye out and feed it to his dad. Yeah. And then you just saw the guy beat 2 people to death with a bat. So, like, you can't put anything past him now.
Yeah, and make jokes about it. He made jokes about it. Like, this guy is a fucking sociopath, you know? He's...
Well, when people were talking about the governor...
Joker style.
When people were talking about the governor and how fucked up he was, I'm like, man... Because I'd already read past this in the comics. Yeah. Honestly, like, issue 100 of the comics is where I stopped for a while. I hadn't really picked them up. I don't think I really have finished and gotten up to speed. Because that pain where Glenn is getting killed and he's sitting there trying to talk to Maggie and like, there's a dent in his head, and I couldn't, like, after I read that, I'm done with this shit. Like, I
read the first 2 compendiums. I need to read the third one, and that's the one that's gonna... Yeah. That's the one that has it. But
so there is some cool stuff that should be happening with the kingdom and the Ezekiel and all that. It looks really cool, but it's like, man.
It's gonna be rough. Like, this show has, I don't know, it's good writing. That's a good show makes people feel, you know?
It's because it's the same guy that wrote the comics, Robert Kirkman. He's doing most of the writing.
I know. Like I was saying, people are like, man, I'm going to have enough stress in my life as it is. And, you know, they're swearing off of it. That means that's a good show.
It is, but
that means it works.
It is, but at the same time, it's like me. I had a pretty crappy day Saturday, and then Sunday this hits, and I'm like, man, and it's just adding to it. You know, it's like because you feel a connection with these characters when you've invested 6 years of your life. It's like you know the people, and you're sitting there seeing Glenn get killed right in front of you, and you can't do shit.
Yeah,
it's like with you, bro. It's
it's like.
Especially if you met the guy, like I met him at a Comic-Con like 4 years ago. He was there signing stuff, Stephen Wynn or whatever, and so I was like, oh my gosh, Glenn's right here, Glenn's real, and then I just saw him get killed on TV last night.
Yeah, like I've seen.
It was like watching a Taliban execution video.
One thing I'm excited though is like, okay, now he's free to do other stuff. I want to see what else he can do, but if he can, if he's not. If he can,
a lot of people get pigeonholed into roles. You know what I mean?
But yeah, that really. What was I saying?
I'm talking about how good writing will upset people.
Yeah, like that. The show is doing its job. It's doing what it's aimed to do. And so, if you don't like it, don't watch the show. And quite honestly, I probably won't watch the show much the rest of the season because that fucking messed with me. I'm gonna have to watch the show. I want to see Negan get his. Like it's the first fucking. He is the first villain that I've actually wanted to jump through the screen myself.
Oh yeah, the governor didn't do any of that. Didn't provoke that much.
No. Like first when you meet the governor,
when the governor killed Herschel, I was pissed. When the governor slashed Herschel's throat, I was like,
yeah. But see, the governor, he eased you into his evilness. Mm-hmm. Like at first, you think he's friendly. Like especially if you don't read the comics first, you thought he was a friendly character
or something.
Yeah, but then his crazy starts to show.
And then whereas with Negan, as soon as he shows up, he's bashing heads in.
Yeah, like no, you hear about Negan's craziness before you even meet Negan. Like the whole last season. Negan's shadow was over the whole fucking thing,
and the saviors and all that. You heard people talking about all that shit.
And it's. But I remember there's this one scene. They're going through that like it's like a power station or like a bunker or something. A lot of them were sleeping. It's actually like you see it for a moment, like it's when Daryl and the other guy just like are wrestling and fighting, and they crash to a door. You see a fucking grow setup, like an actual grow setup.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's for a flash. It's real quick. It could be any kind of hydroponic setup, but come on, we've seen. Yeah. So like it just shows you that they have gotten so advanced in this world. That they're going after recreational drugs. That they're growing their own recreational drugs.
Wow!
Like you hear the guy, Negan saying himself, "Well, we got a hell of a doctor. Like when cut it at a 45-degree angle, so we can fold it over. We got a hell of a doctor. Like they are fucking organized.
With a psychopath running it.
And just like what." I'm a fan of Game of Thrones. I don't know if you've ever watched it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well,
I need to get caught up. I watched the first season, but I just watched sporadic episodes since then.
Well, then you know that Ned dies. Like, first season, he's the main fucking character. And they killed him. So, like, now, every episode after that, it's like you okay, it could be anybody. Anyone could go. Especially after the Red Wedding. So, it's like, you're prepared for anyone to die.
You are, but it's like there's the only
Walking Dead.
The only one that's really safe is Rick because they can't kill Rick off because he's the main character.
If they killed Rick off in the first season, then I don't think any of these other deaths would have affected us as much because like it's not anyone can die, but we're not really expecting it. That's the thing that gets us. It's the unexpected deaths. Like we expected one person to die on last night's episode, just one. But no, they throw two in there.
And then what was the name of the big black dude that was taking care of the kid when he died? That
Tyrese.
was Tyrese. You didn't expect Tyrese to die.
No.
Because a lot of these guys that are getting killed are getting killed in like punk ass ways. Like you make it.
Tyrese died in a punk ass way. He got bit and slowly turned.
But it's like you make it through years of fighting off hordes of zombies, and yet you're walking by one and it bites you and you're fucked. It's like. Oh my god, like, there was someone else I saw in I forgot who it was, one of the characters that died, was walking through the woods and a zombie popped out from behind a tree right next to it and bit him and then he's done. Like, so they shot him. Like, he was a secondary character. It's like, how are you going to make it through years of the zombie apocalypse and then you get killed by one walker.
I like the guys that, you know, they survive on their own, then they run into Rick's group, and then they end up dying anyways. Like would they have survived if they didn't run into Rick's group?
Who knows, man? Because it's funny, because Rick's group starts out as the good guys, but at one point it's almost like they're almost anti-heroes, you know what I mean? Yeah. And now it's just like, because even when Negan was talking to him, Negan was like, you killed a ton of my men, and I sent more men out to kill you for killing my men, and you killed them. So, like, they probably killed like 20 of Negan's men already. Yeah. Negan's killed 2 of their guys. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
it's not very even.
So, it's like, Rick's not, they're not necessarily the good guys. They're survivors. That's all this whole story is about, is surviving. There's no good guys and no bad guys. There's people who are alive and people who are dead.
I don't know. I think Negan's a pretty clear bad guy. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, if you're just trying to survive, you don't torture people. Yeah. You don't do what he did. But the reason why he did what he did was to break Rick. Mm-hmm. That's the whole reason. Because he knew Rick was the leader. Yeah. That's why he didn't kill Rick, because he knew he could use Rick. But if he kills a couple of Rick's people, like, he even told Rick, he was like, you're going to regret the day you ever fucked with me. Like, he straight up. And it was before, it was at the season finale. He's like, here in a minute, you're going to regret that you ever messed with me. Right before he started swinging. Yeah, it was just... Yeah. It's one of those things where you knew it was coming, but no amount of preparation would prepare you for it. Especially, like, you think, then they throw you the curve and kill another guy.
Everyone takes a big, deep breath when Abraham's getting beat down. Yeah.
It's then, all right, good. That's what I expected.
Out of the way. What's going on?
Then, like...
5 seconds later, there goes Glenn. Yeah.
But he knew he could use Daryl as well. He's going to try to brainwash Daryl. Mm-hmm. He's going to brainwash Daryl to be on his side. I can already see that. He's going to torture Daryl. He's going to try to break him as well. He knows it's not going to be as easy as breaking Rick. Because Rick has his son to lose. Mm-hmm.
Daryl's way too popular of a character. They'll keep him around and twist him around because they sell so much merch with Daryl on it. Mm-hmm. If you walk by Spencer's or Hot Topic, there's T-shirts with Daryl on them. How many T-shirts you seen with Glenn on them? None. You know what I mean? Like, Daryl is like the Wolverine of Walking Dead.
Yeah, you've seen the...
He's like Wolverine.
You've seen the meme, if Daryl dies, we riot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plenty of them.
That's pretty much the consensus. That is the consensus.
Man, alright, so Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So you're going to continue watching it? I don't know if I will, at least not for a while.
I gotta my personal life settles out. I gotta continue watching it. I gotta continue. I mean, it's one of my favorite shows. It's one of the only shows I watch, other than Game of Thrones.
I'll probably wait till Netflix and just binge watch it all at the end of the season. You know?
Alright, I'm going to put on some music.
Yeah, what do we got?
I have no idea. No idea.
Yeah, Dad Block Radio. You know what it is.
Yeah, Dad Block Radio. Still.
Hey, can I take a dab?
Yeah, we will in a minute.
It's coming out. Hey, what's up? Call me Ash.
What?
One of my followers, their name is Call Me Ash.
Oh.
What's good?
What's good? Call me Ash.
Yep.
This is John Resnick from Foo Fighters.
Hell yeah.
On Deep Wax. Dad Block Radio.
Yeah, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Goo Goo Dolls. Goo Goo Dolls.
I still love Foo Fighters. There you go. There's a gap there.
Sailing in the sea, all you wanted I could be. Now you know me, and I'm not afraid. And I wanna tell you who I am. Can you help me be a man? They can't break me as long as I know who I am. Down a moment to be real. Wanna touch things I don't feel. Wanna hold on and feel I belong. And how can the world want me to change? They're the ones that stay the same. They can't see me, but I'm still here. They can't tell me who to be. 'Cause I'm not what they see. Yeah, the world is still sleeping while I keep on dreaming for me. And their words are just whispers and lies that I'll never believe. Down a moment to be real. Wanna touch things I don't feel. Wanna hold on and feel I belong. How can they say I never change? They're the ones that stay the same. I'm the one now, 'cause I'm still here. I'm the one, 'cause I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here.
Man, that was Goo Goo Dolls. Goo Goo Dolls, John Resnick. I'm Still Here.
Great song, man.
It is. One of my favorites. One of my favorites.
I love that. Those are a couple of '90s bands that I've always loved. Is the Goo Goo
Yeah.
Dolls, the Foo Fighters, which they're still thriving,
Yeah.
and
I don't even know why I said Foo Fighters. Jesus Christ.
and the Wallflowers. Like those are three '90s bands I love. And Third Eye Blind. You can't forget about them.
Yeah.
I know like every lyric to the self-titled Third Eye Blind album.
Everclear's good too.
Everclear's good. But yeah, Third Eye Blind, man. I smoked a lot of weed to Third Eye Blind back in the day.
Well, since I did fuck up and say something was Foo Fighters, which it wasn't, I'm gonna play Foo Fighters right now.
Love Foo Fighters.
There's a place I love to go. Strangers taking me there. Dream about the day I learn to fly. I'm afraid of aeroplanes, even though I like the way it feels to be a person in the sky. It's alright. It's good. Yes. I look out and on the ground, really don't believe it. Gravity can pull me from this high.
Man, that was Foo Fighters.
Love Foo Fighters.
A320. Featured on the Godzilla soundtrack with Matthew.
I was about to mention that. That's from the Godzilla soundtrack.
Yeah. Like, the one good thing that came out of that movie was the soundtrack.
It was awesome. I had that in my car when I was 16. I drove around with that shit, with the Puff Daddy and Jimmy Page song.
Dude, Come With Me was amazing.
I had that on repeat. I was cruising around with that shit.
Fucking Jamiroquai, Deeper Underground.
Oh, yeah,
bro. Fucking,
the Wallflowers.
Wallflowers.
Heroes. They covered
Rage
the David
Against the
Bowie
Machine.
Song. Yeah.
Like,
incredible sound. Oh, Green Day?
Green Day?
Yeah. Like, one of the greatest soundtracks of the 90s.
Yeah, like, period. 90s movies had a lot of great soundtracks. Like, the X-Files movie?
Dangerous Minds?
Dude,
come on.
Yeah, for real.
And it wasn't just the Coolio song. That was a smash hit, but there was other good shit on there, too. Like, there was so much, and Weird Al, some of my favorite Weird Al albums came out in the 90s. I love 90s music, sorry.
Yeah, 90s music is amazing. 90s movies were amazing, and they had amazing soundtracks. Like,
people think all I fuck with is hip hop, but man, I
remember like everyone talked like Batman Forever was one of the weaker Batmans, but everyone
great
loved
soundtrack,
great soundtrack, amazing.
There was like 6 music videos from that soundtrack. Remember, like they did like 6 of, and
we played "Kiss from a Rose" last episode
because each music video they did had scenes from Batman in it. Mm-hmm. Remember, they would do that thing. They don't do that shit anymore.
No, they don't.
Like they used to make. It used to be a big deal. The soundtrack for a movie was a big deal, and it had awesome.
Like when Men in Black came out.
Yeah, and they would make music videos from the songs on that. When was the last time you saw a music video for a movie song?
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah,
I think it was Avril Lavigne.
Yeah,
like I think we gotta look. It's more. It's mostly Disney movies now. Like Disney and kids movies that are doing it.
Like it would be dope if one more movie would come out with a killer soundtrack.
That isn't like that's the. They're gonna come out with movies with killer soundtracks, but the movie's gonna be about music.
Yeah.
Like, so of course it's gonna have a killer soundtrack. Like, but like movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, killer soundtrack. Mm-hmm. You know, but it wasn't about music. It was about that's the thing. Just the director has to choose the right music for the right moments.
I remember going and buying that Godzilla soundtrack. I bought it at Kmart in the town I grew up in. And the old man that sold it to me laughed at me. He's like, "Oh, what is it? You just gonna sit and listen to him roar all day?" Like he thought that it was just like effects from the movie. I'm like, "Bro, you have no idea." And then like the day
I turned the CD around, like, look at all these guys.
The day I bought the CD, I got it on release day. Puff Daddy and Jimmy Page were on Saturday Night Live that night performing "Come With Me Live."
Dude, I remember that.
Yes,
I remember that.
Oh
my
awesome,
god,
bro.
that was so long ago.
Yeah, dude, that was like 15 years ago, bro. We're fucking old. No, that was longer than that. That was 20 years ago.
Dude, it was the 90s. It was the 90s.
And you know the crazy thing, like that's why I'm so thankful for what hip hop's brought me, because like I'm kind of chilling out on going on the road and stuff for a while. I've been doing this for 10 years, but man, if you would have told me when I was that little kid, staying up past my bedtime. Not past my bedtime. I was 16, but I still didn't stay up that late. But still, I was 16 years old in my cousin's living room watching Puff Daddy and Jimmy Page on TV. And then fast forward to last November, I'm on stage in New York DJing, and here comes Puff Daddy out to perform. And he's like within arm's reach of me, and I'm spinning. You know what I mean? Like, that's how crazy this world is. I was a little kid watching him with awe and wonder when he performed that. And then here he is walking right past me.
I remember I actually went on a soundtrack binge. Like I bought like just a bunch of soundtracks.
They were really good
instead of CDs, because like instead of like buying a CD for one song, there was I had this whole compilation of amazing songs. Mm. And like I got Godzilla, Cruel Intentions. That was a great soundtrack. Mm. I'd gone, like, especially after you just break up with a girl.
Oh, God, yeah.
God, that's the soundtrack to listen to. And I got the X-Files soundtrack.
You remember what it was like back then when we didn't have YouTube, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have the internet? We did, but it was very, like, I had to go to the rec center and sign into a sheet to go use the computer for their dial-up modem. You know what I mean? Like, if you wanted music, you had to go buy it. Or you had to, the alternative that I had, if I didn't want to go to the store and buy something, I would just record the radio all day on tapes, and then I would go through and listen to those tapes I'd look for songs I liked, and then remember where it was. You know what I mean? Like that's what you had to do back in the day. Now, if you want a song, you can look it right up on your phone.
Yeah, Like, I'm about to play a song from the X-Files soundtrack, but I'm trying to decide which one. I mean,
There's
there's
so many good
Filter,
songs.
Tonic, Foo Fighters, Ween.
The Filter song on there is awesome.
Yeah. The Cardigans.
That's another movie that had a
Better
great
Than
soundtrack.
Ezra.
Do you remember the Spawn movie?
Yeah.
It had an incredible soundtrack.
Oh my god.
Like,
And Romeo and Juliet.
yes,
movie?
can we please get good movie soundtracks, guys? Please, like that was the shit. Like the Spawn one had that Filter and Crystal Method song on
Yeah,
it.
the Marilyn Manson song.
Oh my god, yes.
The Long Hard Road Out of Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
Road out of hell.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that was an incredible time for music.
it really was. All right, I'm gonna play. Oh my god.
If y'all check out the live feed,
Bjork.
434 likes on the live feed right
Hey,
now.
not bad.
No.
Like the Dust Brothers did the fucking sound, the theme song.
Yes,
They did the remix of the
I
theme
remember
song.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, they also did. Dust Brothers also did the Fight Club soundtrack,
Mm-hmm.
which is another great soundtrack.
Another great soundtrack.
And it wasn't like it wasn't original songs. It was like original songs, but it wasn't licensed music.
Mm-hmm.
It was like songs that the Dust Brothers did for that movie. And ever since then, David Fincher has been using like artists and like musicians. Like he got Trent Reznor to do the soundtrack for Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which is an amazing movie. With another amazing soundtrack. I mean,
there you go. There's a recent movie that had a good soundtrack.
Thank you, David Fincher. Like,
because I can't think of any other ones.
I believe David Fincher also did Rules of Attraction, another good movie with a great soundtrack.
I'm surprised Chappie didn't have a good soundtrack because D. Antwoord's fucking awesome. I think you'd have a bunch of D. Antwoord songs and then some other shit, but no, they didn't even have a soundtrack for it.
Right? All right, I'm gonna play. Oh my god!
District 9 could have had an incredible soundtrack if they would have put one out.
Better Than Ezra. I'm gonna play some Better Than Ezra.
Hey, I remember them.
Yeah, where else can you hear Better Than Ezra? This song is called One More Murder on Deep Wax Radio. Or Deep Wax Dad Block Radio.
I can't feel a thing at all. I can't feel a thing at all. I can't feel a thing at all. I can't feel a thing. I said I can't feel a thing. Saturday night, you're coming out the parking lot. I think you come up, I feel a pace, clicking in chair. Please turn, sympathy, take the car. I got family here alive, and only said to me, one more murder, one more murder, one more murder in this town, in this town. Yeah, 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 yeah,
That was better than Ezra. One more murder.
He sounded almost like the guy from U2.
Yeah.
We need 7 more likes on the live feed, guys. Come on. Almost at
You're
500.
on Dad Blog Radio. Deep Wax.
On the live feed, Enchanted says hello and that The Walking Dead was gut-wrenching.
It really was. It really was. But we're going to stop talking about that now.
She even says, are you even high? Do I not look high? I'm getting there.
Well,
I'm
you know
not
what?
easy. Come on, like we're pacing ourselves. We still have like 10 more minutes of the show, and then we got
10 more. Yeah, we do.
and then we got Johnny on the way to sesh with us. So I'll be.
Yeah.
She says DTFO. Yes, I will be DTFO by the time I
Tell
leave
her to
here,
mind
I
her own
promise.
lungs.
Mind your own lungs. That's funny.
Well, guess what? Hey, if you guys are still playing Pokemon Go,
If you're still
there's been
playing
an
Pokemon,
announcement. Pokemon Go is getting a big Halloween event, which comes with some special treats. Yeah. Still can't find any legendaries, but you can increase candy and some spooky Pokemon in the mobile game's Halloween celebration. So, like, you'll get a bunch of ghost and psychic types on Halloween, and you'll get more candy. Like, you'll get a lot more
trick or
candy.
treat, get candy. Are you still playing Pokemon Go?
Yeah, every now and then. Like, not as much as I used to.
Everyone
I
was
used to
obsessed
walk-
with it at first.
I used to walk, like, 1 hour or 2 hours a day.
Me too, and that's when I was working out too. So I was like thin, and now I'm gaining weight again.
Yeah, no, I need to start playing again, but
I'm
no,
wondering
they need to
what they're
start. They need to start releasing some actual like game improving updates
That's what I was gonna say.
instead
What
of
do
some
you
arbitrary rating system or
what do
whatever.
you think that they can do to get to re-engage players? Because you know
They
players
need
are
what
falling
they
off.
they need to fix the radar. That's what all they need to do. That is all they need to do is fix the radar system, and people will come flocking back. Fix the radar, and then they'll come. Then you'll have people come back, and then you'll have introduce trading, then introduce battling, and it'll be a big thing.
Because like I live in Denton, Texas, and there's a square there. And for the longest time, if you drove by the square at any time, there were tons of people out walking and looking at their phones playing Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not happening anymore.
Nope.
So it's like I almost want to be like I told the world so because I knew this shit wouldn't last. But at the same time, I like the concept.
Yeah, it
It's
was
a
a
good
great
idea.
concept.
I
It
just
really
they need
was.
to do something to draw the people back in.
Yeah, they just had some game changing. They had some game changing updates that had a negative impact, and yeah, they just need to fix those.
There you go. You're at 509 likes on the live feed, Dabber.
There you go.
Deep Wax. This is your first episode with over 500 likes, so good shit.
Oh, guess what? You like Girl Scout cookies?
Love them.
No,
the wheat strain or the cookies?
The actual cookies.
Both.
Right? Like
Who doesn't?
Yeah, pointless question. I like both.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? January 2017, Girl Scouts will release cookie-flavored cereal.
Nice.
Yes.
I love cereal.
So you'll be able to have a Girl Scout, like General Mills is confirmed. It will be Available in Thin Mints and Caramel Crunch for now.
Well, see, I thought it would be like
Thin Mints and Samoas.
Thin Mints and Samoas, or Thin Mints and Tagalongs, because those are the two
like the Tagalongs are the Do-si-dos.
Yeah.
Well, the Tagalongs isn't that the chocolate covered?
Yeah.
But the Do-si-dos is like the.
But you knew
Thin
Mints
cookie.
would be one, because Thin Mints is arguably the most popular
popular
Girl Scout
one.
cookie ever.
Yeah, I'm not that big a fan of Thin Mints. I mean, I love them, but they don't beat the peanut butter ones. I always get the peanut butter ones.
I love Thin Mints,
time.
and I've actually, I love the wheat strain Girl Scout cookies. I love all the different derivatives. I've smoked of it, bubblegum cookies, blueberry cookies. But one of my favorites was a Girl Scout cookies derivative, and it was called Sin Mint. And it was Girl Scout cookies hybrid mixed with like a Las Vegas Kush or something. So it was like Sin City and then Thin Mint from the. I thought that was clever. It's called Sin Mint. You should check it out if you ever have a chance to get some. Really good shit. I still want some of the fucking Harambe weed, bro. I still want to try some Harambe.
Man,
next time I go to Colorado, I want to see if any dispensaries have it.
I'm going through the news and I see more Walking Dead stuff than anything. Yeah. Like one, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Makes a statement. People are going to despise him after watching Negan. Like, yeah, I already do. Like, I know he's just an actor. I loved him. He was in The Losers. He was in Watchmen.
But that's one of those things where it's
he's a great actor.
That's a role that you don't want to do too good because it's like what you can't even leave the house anymore. Like, people are going to want to kill you.
Like the kid that played Joffrey in Game of Thrones, Jack Gleason.
Can't stand the guy.
Yeah, like everyone hates Joffrey, but like in reality, Jack Gleason is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the thing though. They're just great at acting.
When I met a few years ago, I'm a huge wrestling fan. I always have been. I've watched it since I was a kid. That's one thing from my childhood I refuse to let go of. And I met a few years ago, actually longer than that, when I was in college. I met the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I met him. I had him sign my book. I took a picture with him. He put me in the $1 Million Dream for a picture, all this stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, man, I got to tell you, it's awesome meeting you, but when I was a kid, I hated you, bro. And he's like, of course you did. That means I was doing my job. You were supposed to hate me. Like, he said that. Like, you were supposed to hate
heroes
me.
And you got the superstars and you got the villains.
But that was right after wrestling. That was like late 90s, right after wrestling had come out of the closet as sports entertainment. They finally said that it wasn't real. And so up until then, I was programmed to think that these are how these people were acting. Like, I thought you didn't know that they were characters. You know, you didn't know that they went out to drink together afterwards. You didn't know that Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant were best friends and shit. You know?
I told that story when I was going to a long time ago. You know, I was visiting my grandparents down in Austin, my granddad and his wife down in Austin. Well, we took Southwest Airlines, and all these WF wrestlers were walking down the fucking
good guys and bad guys together, and you're like, what the hell? That's not supposed to happen.
Like, you know, there's fucking Godfather and Rikishi and Triple H. Like, it was when Triple H was still, you know, writing Southwest with the
back before he was director of operations. Mm-hmm. But back then, that's around the time when Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels were having all their ladder matches, and they traveled together. They were like best friends.
Like what happened was, like, he came on, he looked intimidating as fuck. He really did. He had his glasses on, mean mugging the whole time, you know, just trying to look, you know,
like a wrestler,
like an angry, you know, badass, like ready to explode in a moment. But this woman, like some older woman, like was handing him like her ticket, like whatever, and it's like, my grandson is a really big fan. Would you mind signing this? And he's like, he smiled. And he's like, oh, sure.
Acting all nice.
Yeah. Then he wrote a little message, you know, and everything. He's like, what was his name? And what's his name? And he was just, like a total change. Then handed it back to her, and she said, thank you. He said, you're welcome. They went back to
being the badass.
Yeah, being badass.
That's awesome.
Like, it's really cool. Like, you can't be assholes to your fans, especially their grandmas.
Oh, we got 6 minutes left still.
Yeah, I got a song right now. Most Def.
Most Def.
Tile, fake
that
wood is actually
I really
tile.
do hate commercials. I really do. I gotta get a YouTube, Red.
I got a track from Method Man and Redman.
That's too bad. I got Most Def.
I know.
This is Most Def. Get it together.
Just trying to make a
This is
commercial.
Mos Def.
A commercial for our mixtape. No, mention me read that song.
I don't read the newspapers because they all have ugly prints. Check me out.
At the starting of the week, at Summit Talks, you'll hear them speak. It's only Monday. Negotiations breaking down. See those leaders start to frown. It's more than one day. Tomorrow never comes until it's too late. Could be sitting, taking lunch. The news will hit you like a punch. It's only Tuesday.
What time is it?
You never thought we'd go to war. After all the things we saw, it's April Fool's Day.
What time is it?
Tomorrow never comes until it's too late. Tomorrow never comes until it's too late.
Tomorrow is another day. Today is another ball. Tomorrow is another day. Today is another ball. Tomorrow is another day. Today is another ball. Tomorrow is another day. Today is another escalation, devastation, generation, separation, situation, dissipation, shot. Another shot, attend the vessel crushing, pop the heart is cold, the gun is hot, shot. I'm not sure if they done or not, I'm not sure that they wanna stop, the gun is cold, the blood is hot, shot. The hearts are weak, the guns are not.
You hear a whistling overhead. Are you alive or are you dead? It's only Thursday.
What time is it?
You feel the shaking of the ground. A million candles burn around. Is it your birthday?
What time is it?
Tomorrow never
Get some more on the phone.
comes too late.
Try to reach some more. Get some more on the phone.
Tomorrow never
I
comes
need to see
until
more.
it's too late.
Try to reach some more.
Think tomorrow's come, I think it's too late.
Another day. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is another day.
Man, that was 6 Days by Mos Def featuring DJ Shadow.
DJ Shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, that song is actually about the 6 Days War, the Arab-Israeli conflict in June 1967. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of my favorites by Mos Def. He's like Mos Def, like I don't know. He's probably in my top 5.
Top 5? Who are your other 4?
I can't say.
You can't say.
Like I don't know, I'd have to hear him.
Nice.
Yeah, but man, it's almost time to go. That hour ended so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm gonna miss you guys. We should have like an ending song. Like didn't like Mr. Rogers have like a song that he sang at the end of it?
Yeah, when he was like changing into his cardigan and
Yeah, when he was changing his fucking clothes in front of us.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
what the
please
fuck?
won't you be Oh, won't you be?
Yeah, like
my neighbor.
One day I was hoping, like, I was expecting him, like, go see now and just take all of his clothes off. Like, he just starts unbuttoning his pants, and yeah, that's a good thing that it didn't happen. You're supposed to laugh. It really helps when I say a joke. So it doesn't make it feel so fucking awkward.
I'm sorry. I'll have the laptop next time. I have a little plug-in where I can make like laughter. Like,
oh yeah, it's not the same.
Not the same.
Yeah,
right.
I'd rather just get a live audience.
I know that'd be dope.
All right, well it's time to go. See you guys Wednesday, or yeah.
We'll have a live audience one day.
Yeah, one day.
Just
Probably.
like getting Doug with High, we'll do this shit live. Dad Block Radio.
See you guys later.